It's a haunted Halloween restaurant, haunted burger, haunted hamburger. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do the review when I get home. I'm going to edit it in here. The decorations are insane. And with the snow, it really looks pretty realistic. Okay, guys, this is New York Dan for the Life Hack channel, and I'm doing a restaurant review today. As you may have seen in my short videos, I went to this haunted hamburger restaurant in Farmingdale, New York. And what you guys may not know, I don't know if I mentioned it. I don't think so, because when I first put those short videos up, I was filming it as I came into the restaurant, and then I did one inside the restaurant, and those videos are very quick. They're not, I'll put my screen back on for some light. They're not that long, and you can't really explain anything. The decorations at the restaurant were really cool. I got to admit, it was really cool, and I like the bar. They have a vampire with red light up eyes at the bar, behind the bar. It was really cool. Um, Here's the deal, okay? And I wasn't even going to do this, but a couple of my friends saw the videos and they were telling me, they're like, hey, you got to do a review of that restaurant. That's like the whole thing. You really should do that. And you should tell people about it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, if you think so, let's do it. Um, what happened? We got in there. It was very crowded. We went around, I'd say around 7 p.m., 6:30, 7, something like that. We were at the restaurant and entering it there. You could see it was already dark out. Um, by the way, check the short videos out if you haven't seen them already, so you know what it looks like, and what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll merge some of this stuff in here. Anyway, so we get seated at the table, and being that it's very crowded, some people are having a birthday there. The service was very slow. So finally, a guy comes over. He takes our drink order. I got a beer. My girlfriend got, I believe, a glass of white wine. And he brought me over a beer can to select. He said, what kind of beer do you want? I wanted an IPA. He had like 3 different beers, and they were like really large cans. He also had it on draft as well. And my girlfriend's saying, be careful about draft because you don't know how clean the system is. There's a lot of tubes and hoses with that. And the beer might, even though it's supposed to be so great, if it's like fresh beer or craft beer, it depends how good that system is. How do they have it maintained? Is it sealed well, etc.? And of course, now that I think about this, the same thing could be said for like a soda machine, where you have those different flavor sodas coming out, and they obviously use like a system with tubes and tap water. But anyway, long story short, I got a can of beer, and it was a craft beer, and it had a strange taste to it. I didn't really like it. So we're drinking our drinks, waiting. We put in maybe our food order. We had to wait a long time. Long story short, my girlfriend goes to use the restroom, and she's like, there's a line of people waiting for the restroom. She was looking at it from the table that we were at, and she went over there, and then she came back, and I'm like, what happened? What's going on? She said, I don't know. The door was locked, and I think someone's stuck in the restroom, maybe. I knocked on the door. So we wait a little bit longer, and we see people going back there, and there's trouble. And then we saw someone put a sign up on the door. We're like, what the heck's going on here? So later, when our waiter was by, I asked, what's going on with the bathroom over here? My girlfriend was trying to use it. Is something going on? The waitress claimed that a kid put something down the toilet, and it backed up. For if you believe this, it backed up both bathrooms. It looked like there are two bathrooms back there, probably a men's room and a woman's room. Both bathrooms don't work, apparently. So I'm like, what the heck? What are we supposed to do now? So we already had been drinking our drinks, and our order was put in. So I was a little, I just wanted to get the hell out of there, to be honest. My girlfriend really wanted to check this restaurant out and eat there. Now I'm in a tight spot. What do I do here? And I was saying to her an idea. I was like, why don't we just leave? You go out first and get the car going, and then I'll just walk out. Do we really want to eat here? But she was like, let's just eat here. It will be good. We can make it. Use the bathroom as soon as we get out of here. We'll go to another restaurant or try to make it home to use the bathroom. Um, I'm like, okay, if you want to try that. The bad thing was I had all that beer, and I'm lucky I made it, without having to use the restroom. Then when I was sitting there waiting for our food to come, some bad smells went by, a sewage smell coming from the bathroom area. So I'm like, what the heck, man? How does this always happen? Stuff like this happens to me, man. So they brought the food out finally. We both got burgers. And by the way, at this restaurant, the burgers are really expensive. Some of them are $25. They do come with a side. I got a house salad as the side. And they brought the food out, and it looked pretty good. But you know what's going through my head? I'm worried about, hey, if the bathrooms are not working, does that mean that the chef or the chefs in the kitchen crew, I'm thinking maybe their sinks are backed up too. That's putting a bad picture in my head, and not an unsettling stomach, so to speak. I'm like, I hope they washed up and they were doing that stuff before this happened. That's all I can say. That they cooked the food, the guys working on the food were able to prepare our food before this really hit. Because I don't know if any of this stuff was working. If depending where the drain was plugged up, if it's both damn bathrooms, maybe it's the whole restaurant. The kitchen was right next to the bathrooms. I don't think they have separate bathrooms for employees. I think the right thing to do would have been to tell the patrons, give them all containers, and tell them, listen, if you want to just leave, you're welcome to leave. Take your food with you, and there's no charge. We have a problem here. But they didn't do that. That's what I would have done if I was running the place. The thing is, it's about the money. And, they charge us full price. And not only that, when we got the bill, my girlfriend was actually going to pull the gratuity because she wasn't happy about not just the bathrooms, but it took forever. The service was really slow. And she felt like she said, usually I give a good tip. This is the one time where I really don't want to do that. She's like, it hasn't been a good experience. So when the bill shows up, guess what? They put an automatic 20% gratuity on the tab. Automatic. And that's only with two people eating. I've heard of this happening. I've seen this before in like New York City, where if you have a large group, they'll put an automatic 18% gratuity. But this was just two of us, and they put a 20% automatic gratuity on the bill, which I thought was really kind of unfair. And I think they do this no matter what. It had nothing to do with the bathroom problem or the particular evening we were there. I think it's automatic. So be warned, if you go in there, you're going to have a automatic gratuity. Now, on top of all this, when we left the restaurant and we got home, my girlfriend's stomach was bothering her. She said she felt nauseous and she had trouble sleeping that night too. And then my stomach, I had some problems as well. I felt like indigestion, not indigestion, but like gas, trapped gas, stuff like that, something up. I'm not so sure, whatever we ate that night, I'm not so sure. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I mean, I didn't get violently ill or anything. Um, I brought home part of my burger. The burgers, by the way, are really thick. They're like that thick. And I had it medium cooked medium. I brought it home. The birds are coming over here, I think. And believe it or not, the next day I had part of the burger left, and I'm like, you know what? It was a really good burger or an expensive burger. Let me finish that. One of my friends was saying that. He's like, how could you eat that thing, man? Put it in the garbage. I microwaved it, though, to make it really cooked well, just to be on the safe side. I recooked it well, and that's all I had was the burger part was left. Um, but unfortunately, that was a crazy night. I'm gonna show you just so you know I'm not making this up. I actually, when we were leaving the place, the truck was there from the sewer company or the plumber or whatever, and I filmed it. So I'm gonna put a clip in here, some clips as well. So hopefully you'll have to try the restaurant on a different night, but be warned, they put a 20% gratuity. The service was really slow. And if you go earlier, by the time we left, it was pretty nice. It was around 8:30 at night and less people. Nice, aside from the problem with the bathroom. And maybe that's part of it. There were less people there by then. Um, uh, so what I'm saying is, it was when did we go on Saturday night we went. It was crowded and noisy, very noisy in there because a lot of little kids come in too with families, and the place gets loud. One person behind us in one of my videos, you saw, they were having a 30th birthday party there, one table. I feel bad for them that they happened to pick that place for their birthday, and this unfortunate event happened. Um, and what my girlfriend said, some little kids a girl had to go to the bathroom, and she was telling her parents she could hold it because they were like, we got to go to another place. She was like, no, I can hold it. I'm like, shh. So I think her parents were like, no, 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 we're not going to do that. You got to get it. We got to get out of here, or you got to go somewhere else. But I thought they should have shut it down when, if they have a problem like that going on. And especially, I kind of I'm peed off because my girlfriend had a stomach problem after that, and my stomach was feeling funny too. You know, if they put our safety at risk, that's not good. So that's what, hey, that's my honest review of it, guys. My honest review. And I should give a review of every restaurant I go to, actually, because you see on my channel I do reviews, and or I do a lot of short videos to show you different restaurants. I should really do a review after I go to these restaurants. I'm going anyway. Why not? And this channel is supposed to be about health related stuff. Kind of got off the rails a little with the short videos. It's easy to do with your phone, and it takes a lot of time to do these health videos where I do like recipes or I do supplements. And to be honest with you, unfortunately, because there's so much quackery going on with, there's things on YouTube that they're trying to like crack down on, like if people have outlandish claims, if they have like a cure all or something health related, YouTube's actually trying to like cut some of that out. And I notice sometimes if I do health related stuff, it gets like very few views. It's amazing how like little views it gets. Unfortunately, because that's what this channel's about. I have another channel, Ben's Products, BENZ Products, one word. I put like automotive stuff down, Mercedes, diesels. That's how I got into this stuff. So I have that channel to do car stuff. So this channel is going to be like for health related. And like I said, when I do restaurants or I'm doing good stuff, I put short videos up. I also do a lot of cruises, and I should put more cruise stuff up on these channels. I think I have a cruise I did on Ben's Products. I put that up, but I should add more of that stuff up. So in the future, I'm going to do more of these reviews. This restaurant called Haunted Hamburger House, Farmingdale, Long Island, New York. And I can tell you the night I went there, even, I think it was February 24th, Saturday. I'm looking at my calendar. So that's when this happened. And, you know, take it for what it is. Hopefully, this will help people out. And I'll put some footage up of the restaurant. All right, guys, subscribe and hit the thumbs like button on the video if you found this helpful or entertaining, or even if you didn't. All right, here we go, right here.